Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we will be talking about, should the Royal Rumble take place in Saudi Arabia? Now this is a question that 98% of wrestling fans are going to be saying no to. The Royal Rumble should not take place in Saudi Arabia. No pay-per-view besides Crown Jewel should take place in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is completely different than Canada, than London, England, than France, than Australia. Saudi Arabia is very different, not just for the fans, but for the wrestlers and the environment itself. But we're going to get started on why I think it shouldn't. Before we start, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on them post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. So ladies and gentlemen, first we are going to get started on the Women's Royal Rumble. For one, I don't know how this Royal Rumble is going to be. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it's going to be shorter than usual or what's going to happen in this Women's Royal Rumble match. For you that do not know, Saudi Arabia has a law where women cannot show their skin besides, their face. So every time WWE comes to Saudi Arabia and there's a women's match, they're in a bodysuit. A big, heavy, hot bodysuit. Now, it's cool to have 1, 2, maybe 3 women's matches on the card, but this is the Royal Rumble. Women have a whole Royal Rumble match, and the Royal Rumble match usually takes about an hour, a little more than an hour. So that means women are going to be in this match wrestling in that bodysuit for more than an hour. Now, granted, every woman ain't going to be in this match lasting that long. Roxanne Perez, for an example, came in at number 3 last year and lasted an hour and 7 minutes. So if she were to do the same thing again, how would that work? I think this is WWE once again proving to us that they do whatever it takes for the money. They know Saudi Arabia is going to pay them good, so they're going to do it. I feel like this is selfish. They're not thinking about the women, and a lot of the wrestlers I know for a fact are not happy about this. So I definitely see this year the Royal Rumble match will be a lot shorter. Or if they just don't care and they're going to just put their women out there anyways, I see it going long, but I also see it being an uncomfortable, hard to watch match. So I for one is not a fan of this decision. But I guess this will just be time will tell, and we'll see what happens. Moving on, we have the returns. If you don't know, it is extremely hard to hide legends, debuting superstars, or wherever the case may be when you're flying internationally. For an example, were to get people like Chris Jericho, Paige, Goldberg, maybe even The Undertaker, just saying, we will very well know they are there before the show even starts. First of all, social media is very huge, where they'll spoil it, not caring about if you want to see this or not. And then, with the spoilers going around, you don't even have to be on social media to find out, because everybody's going to be talking about it. I bet you, if they catch Paige in that airport, she's going to be all over YouTube, all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over Twitter, whatever the case may be. She'll be everywhere because one fan caught her in the airport, on the way or at Saudi Arabia. So for sure, do not expect any returns or nothing huge when it comes to this Royal Rumble, simply because the fact everybody will be talking about it. Now, it is a good thing we are in the era of WWE where we have so many young, good, talented wrestlers, all from NXT, and they got a deal with TNA and AAA where we can even get superstars from them different promotions. So, in this world, in this era, we don't need legends to come back. But when you think of the Royal Rumble, you always think of who's going to come back. That's just what you do when it comes to the Royal Rumble. That is what you're most excited for, seeing that clock run down and seeing who comes out. Next up, Royal Rumble winners. Whenever they're in Saudi Arabia, the people, whoever it is, the president, I don't know, but whoever is in charge of this deal with WWE when it comes to Saudi Arabia, he has a huge part in the matches and the creative and the booking decisions. So, if WWE plan was for Brock Lesnar to win the Royal Rumble, don't be surprised if Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble. That's just how it works. The Saudi Arabia people, they don't care how the WWE feel when it comes to that. They pay them to come to their country, so they want it to go however they want it to go. And WWE is perfectly fine with it. And it has shown at all the past shows they have had in Saudi Arabia. So all I'm saying is, don't be surprised if who we thought or who we figured was going to win this match, it all changes because Saudi didn't like it. It is heavily rumored that TKO, which is in charge of WWE, which owns WWE, wants 3 PLEs, which is pay-per-views, in Saudi Arabia just this year alone. And knowing TKO, what is it going to be? Saudi Arabia, for a fact, they want the big shows. They are getting the Royal Rumble this year. They are getting WrestleMania next year. So I very well see, if it's this year alone, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Royal Rumble, if it's Survivor Series, and if it's Crown Jewel once again. Continuing with the rumors, it is also reports like people saying Brock Lesnar, Dominic and Tiffany Stratton, Chad Gable, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Randy Orton, all of them type of people that have been absent and some have been injured will all either return or have a match in Saudi Arabia. I could see them throwing all of these people in the Royal Rumble. But if Chad Gable, Tiffany Stratton, or anybody else, like a Jacob Fatu or something, decides to not come back before the event itself, we will find out that they are here before the music even plays in Saudi Arabia. So, I feel like this is just very trash for TKO, for WWE. I don't think this is very smart. It is what it is. You start to realize WWE just care about getting that check. I am not excited for the Royal Rumble. This is my first time not being excited for a Royal Rumble. I feel like this is just meant to go wrong. Whether it's the women's matches, whether it's the returns, whether it's the surprise winners, or whatever Saudi Arabia wants to see. I wouldn't be surprised if Saudi Arabia gets a Saudi Arabian street fight. So I personally just feel like this is meant to fail. I don't think this is going to go good in no way, shape, or form. This is meant to fail 1000%. And WWE hasn't been the brightest brands, company, promotion, none of that of recent time. Simply because of stuff like this. On ESPN, you have to pay $30 to watch this. They're going to give you 4 matches at most because WWE are stingy. And they're not going to be the best matches because they don't care about quality. All they care about is moments. And what better place to do it than Saudi Arabia? But yes, this is my overall opinion on it. I am not the hugest fan of this. We'll just have to sit back and watch, and whatever happens, happen. I am also going to tell you my predictions for what I think is going to happen, and even the matches the singles matches, the tag matches, whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you all of that. And I'm going to predict this way earlier than I should. So we're going to start off with probably the hardest match to watch. The Women's Royal Rumble. If you were to look at rumors, people will say Bianca Belair and people will say Liv Morgan. I don't think Bianca Belair is coming back. First of all, her finger is not even healed yet. I don't even know if she got surgery yet. I don't know what the case is with her, but she will not be back at the Royal Rumble. Definitely not at Saudi Arabia. I do see Liv Morgan winning simply because this women's roster is kind of predictable. Unless Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and all the women's tag teams decide to go solo before the Royal Rumble, this match is 1000% Liv Morgan's match to win. I see this being the place where we get Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. I do. I see it being a crazy match. I don't think this will be the end of their story or whatever the case may be. I think this is just going to be the beginning. So expect a quick little Cody Rhodes retain. I see Stephanie Vaquer defending her Women's World Championship. Who against who? I can't tell you. It's probably going to be another Nikki Bella. And since we just got on the topic that WWE only does 4 matches, now we're going to go to the Men's Royal Rumble. You were to look at the rumors, it is Brock Lesnar, it is Roman Reigns, it is Sami Zayn, and it is LA Knight. I don't see Brock winning now. I don't see Roman winning now. I don't see LA Knight winning at all. I never seen him winning, respectfully. This is Sami Zayn's match to win. Especially after that emotional promo he did on SmackDown about how his son doesn't understand why he has never won a championship. This is 100% this ultimate underdog story that we're going to get for the 10,000th time. What better place to do it than Saudi Arabia? They love Sami, Sami loves them. This is Sami Zayn's match. I don't want Sami to win. I don't want Sami to go after the World Championship. I don't want him to be champion. It gotta go to Brock or Roman. That is my prediction. But I 1000% seeing this going to Sami Zayn. You were to look at the WrestleMania trailer, you were to see CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes. These are obviously the 4 guys WWE is focusing on for this WrestleMania. 2 of the which is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, are our world champions. Well, CM Punk is the world champ as I'm recording this. I don't know what happened on Monday. You could just put 2 and 2 together and think it could be Brock versus Cody. It could be Brock versus Punk. It could be Roman versus Punk. Roman versus Cody. And I very well see it going that way. I see it being Brock and Punk. And I see it being Roman and Cody for the 3rd time. Even though I would rather it be reversed. At WrestleMania, I want to see Roman and Punk. Then I want to see Brock and Cody. But if Sami Zayn do end up winning on January 31st at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, all the plans will go down. If you were to really think about it, sit there and think to yourself as a fan, would I rather see CM Punk versus Sami Zayn? Would I rather see Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn than a Roman Reigns versus Punk or Rhodes, or Brock Lesnar versus Punk or Rhodes? Sami Zayn is just not that guy when it comes to that. That's not going to make you the money. And since you love the money so much, you know what to do. So, I very well see this whole show being a natural disaster. I don't think it's going to be good. Not even a little bit of me have faith in this match or the show at all. But we will see after January 31st. But this is my predictions and what I think is going to happen and my overall thought on the Rumble taking place in Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that bell. In fact, hit it again, just for good luck. This is it for me. Tune in to the next video. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.